Hey guys, and so welcome to my first ever book review channel thing. I have like two lights staring at me right now, so it's alright. So for today, I'm going to be reviewing Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, and this is the large print edition. It was the only one available in my public library. That one and the sequel. So looking, I mean, you guys can totally see that just fine. While I was reading this, sometimes I would get a text message in between, and looking at this font versus the smallest font on my phone, it's like looking at two different. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Okay. So I wouldn't really say these are gonna be spoilers, but I still wouldn't suggest continue watching this until you for sure know what happens. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so like, if any of you guys are like me, we watched the trailer when it came out, or even saw the book like on shelves at like Target or Walmart or something, and we wanted to know what it's about. Okay, so we just wanted to see how the story would unfold between these two characters. So Louisa Clark is a young woman who is very bright, bubbly, colorful. Like, seriously, her clothes are just very colorful. And she loses her job at the Buttered Bun where she worked for 6 years. So she is in desperate need for a new job. And so because of her personality, she gets the job as Will Trainor's caretaker. And here we are introduced to Will, who was a very thriving young man who absolutely loved life. He loved his life and everything in it, and suddenly that was taken away from him. So that's basically how the story is right there. Now, in the beginning, the book does take a very slow pace, but it's definitely not boring. It just builds up as Louisa continues with her point of view. And honestly, I was very surprised that it included Will's mother, Will's father in it as well. I don't think she included Will's point of view, but I could be forgetting. Okay. And I actually did like how Will and Louisa, or he calls her Clark sometimes. I don't see why, but whatever. I like how they built up a relationship and friendship as time goes on, instead of like a typical novel where the two characters meet, instantly have a connection, get feelings for one another, blah blah blah. And at first, Will was resistant, totally wary. He did not want to have a caretaker. And Louisa, she just dealt with it. It was a job, she needed it, so. But soon it becomes, a couple weeks after meeting him, she starts to genuinely care for him. And soon it becomes more than just a job for her. And they both start experiencing new things, new points of views. They both change each other's lives in a way. They both leave marks on one another. Even though Will's mark had more of an impact on Louisa than Louisa's impact on Will. And Will's impact basically just told Louisa to live her life. Get out of this small town, go travel, go meet new people, go find adventures. And so that is what she did anyway at the end. In many novels, the main characters anyway, become a couple, and soon drama begins to unfold. And most of the time they're involving either ex-boyfriends, girlfriends, or even parents. And this book isn't anything like that at all. Even so, since they were never a couple in the first place. And for Louisa and Will, their relationship was just so, I wouldn't say pure, but it was definitely raw. And Moyes definitely showed us that with the ugly parts of loving someone who does not accept who they have become. And as for Will's case, his life was cut short due to his accident, and as much as Louisa wanted him to stay and show him how meaningful his life was, she couldn't. But she loved him and respected him enough for Will to not continue on. This book definitely makes you look at things in the world and other people with an open mind, because you never know, what they're dealing with and what's going on, stuff like that. If anything, it just shows that sometimes even if you hate someone's decision and you absolutely 100% disagree with it, you still love this person and you make them, or you let them have their choice in a way. But even so, you can't really talk them out of it if they're dead set on it. As tragic as it is, you love this person. You want them to finally be content with what their life has given them. And even if it is cut short, you love them and you move on, just learn to live with it. Okay, that's basically all I have written down so far. I definitely did like it, but I didn't cry. Okay, where I did cry, it's mostly where Will's telling Louisa finally about Switzerland in a way. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, it's around here. Alright, this is how I am now. This is your fault. You changed me. You turned me into my sister, but with a better dress sense. I could have looked into his eyes forever. He said it so quietly that for a minute I could not be sure I had heard him correctly. What? No, Clark. No, I'm sorry, it's not enough. I am not designated to exist in this thing. It's not who I am. I can't be this kind of man who just accepts. I will never accept this. It's not going to get any better than this. And when he's all explaining about how he wants her to go with him to Switzerland and how she reacts back, then it's like, oh crap, I need a break from this. Overall, I think I would rate it 4 out of 5. I probably will read it again. I'm not sure about the sequel because I mostly don't want to read a book without Will in it. But we'll see how that goes. And I do need to return to this book to the library soon. Alright, and because this is my first YouTube review, or book review, I'm hopefully going to start making this a weekly thing. Read a book and then tell you guys my review or opinions about it on either Fridays or Saturdays. I'm still new to this thing, so I will plan my days from now on. Blah blah blah. I mean, if you guys have stuck to this far, then thank you. Alright, and so for next, and so for next week's, hopefully, or definitely my next book review, I am going to be reading Maggie. I'm sorry, Stiefvater. I should have looked this up before I started recording. The Scorpio races. Once again, this is from my public library. I have not read it, although a lot of people I follow on Tumblr seem to enjoy it. That and the Raven Boys, the Raven Cycle, that is also on. That might be the week after this book. Okay. So if you guys want to go ahead and stick around for that, go ahead and like and subscribe. Alright. After this, I'll most likely go ahead and start reading it. And alright, I'll see you guys in my next video.
It has this inside of it.
Yeah, leave it.
What is that? Oh, it makes the noise of this. Isn't it bright?
Color matching guide.